In 2007, the United Nations UN General Assembly declared International Day of Rural Women in recognition of critical contribution of rural women in enhancing agricultural and rural development, improving food security, and eradicating rural poverty. It is estimated that rural women represent approximately 43% of the world's agricultural labor force. As the world marks International Day for Rural Women, it has become critical to throw a searchlight on some of the dominant factors that continue to adversely affect rural women in their quest to contribute significantly to the agriculture sector. These include limited access to lands, reliance on rain-fed agriculture, lack of state policy to safeguard the rights of women, low level of education, poor state of infrastructure in rural communities, lack of storage facilities for farm produce continue to hinder the ability of rural women to optimize the skill and talent. From Ghana's perspective, International Day of Rural Women must not be marked by symbolic speeches and solidarity messages. Rather, the day must serve as a springboard to find lasting solutions to the problems that hamper the ability of rural women to harness their potential. As the world begins the journey to achieve the UN Sustainable Development Goals, empowering rural women must be considered a priority by all states, including Ghana. This can be done through careful planned policies that would empower women to optimize the skill and talent.
Right, so I've been joined in the studio by Eduamwa Ado Lois. She's the Programs Officer for Rural Women Empowerment Project at WILDEF. Thank you very much, Madam, for your time. So, what's the significance of this day?
As we all know, agriculture is the backbone of the Ghanaian economy and the most economies in the world. And the smallholder woman farmer contributes between 50 to 70% of the labor force in the agricultural sector in Ghana. So, this day has been slated by the United Nations to recognize the critical role these women play in our society, which is they produce over 70% of the food we eat daily in our homes. But many times when we are talking about women, we always forget about the role these women play in our society. So this day is to remind our society the role smallholder women farmers play, and also to remind government their commitment to these women and the general public, our role to ensure that they have greater security to land and then access to agricultural resources to better their lives.
Significant role in terms of their contribution to agriculture, but they must be confronted with certain challenges. Tell me about it.
They have so many challenges. First is access to land. Can you believe that with their major role they play in the agricultural sector in Ghana presently, with even the support of the Land Administration Project, presently they own only 80% of the agricultural land space in Ghana, and they earn less than 10% of the income within the agricultural sector. This is a major challenge these women face. That is the reason why many of them are poor. Women who are working to contribute.
Is that as a result of our land tenure system, or is it just because they're women?
It's because of the processes involved in acquiring land in Ghana. You know, many times people come around and then they said, oh, when it gets to issues about land, there is no issue with respect to women access and control over land. But our cultural barriers still play a major role in denying women farmers access to land in Ghana. So these women are the ones who are found in the rural sector where culture is a major issue, and they have very little knowledge about the legal frameworks for them to even use to advocate for changes in their setup.
And over the period, what has government done to, to resolving the crisis, and as far as women are concerned?
When it gets to the issue about land, 80% of the land in Ghana is owned by the traditional leaders, and they administer issues about sale and who to sell it to. So when it gets to land, it's more of a traditional issue dealing with traditional leaders because they are the landowners. Although governments have come up with a number of legal frameworks, such as the Constitution, which says that everybody has access, everybody is equal before the law, irrespective of your gender, and also you have the right to own land individually or by jointly. government and then with the family laws, although it's not in one framework, but various pieces of our legal frameworks encourage women to access land. But culture, our cultural procedures, still is a great setback to these progress governments have made. With the land administration project, one of the key issues was to address issues about gender and land, which they tried to engage traditional leaders, especially the queen mothers, in getting them to know their role in terms of land administration in Ghana. They have done some work. That's why I said the number rose from 1% to 8%. But I think that we still have a lot of things to do to ensure that rural women get some recognition and then the opportunity to access land better and then agric resources, not only land, agric resources in Ghana.
All right, thank you very much, Lois Aduamwa Ado. She's Programs Officer at the Rural Women Empowerment Project for WILDAV. Thank you very much, madam, for your time.